Welcome back, everybody. We are in the kitchen with the Honey Princess. This is Danielle. Good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me here.
Thanks for coming. And I'm all excited because we are doing some fun, different, unusual things with honey. I happen to love honey, but it's one of those things I always have in my pantry, and I probably don't use it as much as I could. And there's so many different things you can do with it besides just, putting it on toast and biscuits, right?
Extremely honey. Absolutely. Honey is extremely versatile. You can put it on, of course, your toast and your tea, but also you can bake with honey. Today we're going to be making some honey cornmeal pancakes.
Ooh.
And so to start off with, we're going to mix our dry ingredients together.
Okay.
And it calls for 1/2 cup of flour.
Okay. Go right ahead.
Put that in there. And 1/2 cup of cornmeal. So these are going to be cornmeal pancakes.
I like that. That'll be a nice little texture, something a little different.
It will be something different. It's fairly healthy for you. So then 3 teaspoons of baking powder with a 1/2 teaspoon of salt.
Okay.
And then what we want to do is just mix those together.
You bet.
And then we're gonna get that all stirred together. We're gonna do our wet ingredients.
Okay.
So 1 cup of milk. This is 2% milk.
And it can go right in the same bowl?
We're actually gonna
do it in a different bowl? Okay. All right. So 1 cup of milk.
And 1 egg.
1 egg. Okay.
And then it's going to be the 3 tablespoons of butter.
And we've got some melted butter that we've got.
Melted butter ready to go.
And that goes right in with the wet ingredients?
Yes.
Okay.
And then we have our most important ingredient for the pancakes, and that would be 3 tablespoons of honey. So when you're talking quick tricks you can use with honey, you can actually spray it with some Pam cooking spray, so we could do that. But this honey we're going to be using is clover honey. And clover honey is going to give these pancakes a nice mild flavor. So it's going to taste 3 tablespoons of honey.
Does it go right into the?
Yes,
okay.
right into these ingredients. I'm just going to.
Yep.
We don't want to waste a single drop of honey.
No, we don't.
1 honeybee in her lifetime only makes 1/12 of a teaspoon of honey.
Wow.
1 tiny little drop. So there's 1. Here's a second one. We're using a mild honey for these pancakes because, like I said, it's going to give it a mild flavor, but there's over 30 varieties of honey right here in Wisconsin and over 300 in the United States. So
who knew?
There's a lot you can do with honey. You can also bake with honey. It's easy to substitute honey for sugar in almost any recipe.
I love it in my coffee. My little coffee shop, La Java, that I go to, they do a honey latte, and it's delicious.
Oh, absolutely. So here's the third
It gives it a nice flavor, too, besides just doing sugar.
Sure does.
Okay, so that goes in with the wet. Now we mix the wet and the dry together, correct?
Right, and you want to mix it until it's just covered.
And do we need any extra butter for the griddle?
No, we don't.
Okay.
The honey won't help it not stick as well.
Oh,
as much,
really?
Actually.
That's great.
So, yes, it's a great way to use honey in pancakes. And then after this, we're going to be making a honey orange glaze for them.
Ooh, instead of syrup.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I use honey plain on my pancakes, but this gives it a nice extra flavor when we make the syrup. So
here's a fun little tip too, to put it in a measuring cup. That's a great one. I never thought of that one. I usually ladle my pancakes. So
yes,
that'll just
absolutely.
go ahead and pour it right in there on our nice griddle.
Cup of batter per pancake.
I am the pancake queen up at our cottage on the weekends.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And this is kind of a fun, different, new recipe, which I can't wait to try. I have a griddle up there, and I normally don't have time during the regular week, but if I'm up at my cottage on vacation, I'll treat the kids to pancakes. Okay, it's the syrup. So orange juice?
Yes, it's going to take a 1/2 cup of orange juice.
Just regular stuff that we drink in the morning?
Regular stuff, and we wouldn't have oranges without honeybee pollination, so that's a great ingredient to use. This also is going to have a 1/2 teaspoon of orange zest or grated orange.
That smells so good.
And then a 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon.
Okay.
And then 1/2 cup of honey, and we're going to use this mild tasting clover honey. And I'm using an all measure cup to measure this honey, and that's going to help it come right out.
Oh,
so that's another great way of measuring the honey. Absolutely.
Always the first pancake takes a bit.
It
and then once
does.
that griddle gets going, it's all good after that.
And you want to wait till it bubbles a little bit. And then once it bubbles, we're going to be able to flip them. So these bears are a lot of fun. A lot of families like using these bears.
I have one in my pantry all the time. They're cute.
They are. And the honey is actually going to help these pancakes have a nice golden color, a nice brown color. It helps keep baked goods moist longer. So
All right, so that's our half a
All
cup.
right, that's half cup of honey.
Okay, and that goes right into our orange juice,
Yep, right into
cinnamon, orange zest, and honey, and that's it. And then we're going to simmer this for a little bit. Is that what we do?
We're going to let it cook on low heat for just until it gets mixed in, and so the honey can be dissolved into the orange.
Yum. So I think what we'll do is we'll just let this hang out a little bit, let our pancakes do their thing, and let this kind of come together and heat, and we'll continue making pancakes. And another fun recipe with honey. What are we making next time?
We're going to make honey carrot soup.
Ooh, sounds delicious.
It
Perfect
is.
for Thanksgiving.
Awesome.
We'll be back. Stay with us.